Eastern suburbs. We took flight. Come on. Born in Bondi, so the skies ignite. From the east, our spirits rise. Red, white, blue, our story told. From nothing we rose, made our claim. Eastern pride, we built our name. Stronger now, we never fall. Rooster spirit standing tall. Yeah, come on, feel that pride. Let's go. Since the start, the legacy lives. Passion, power, the heartbeat gives. Red and blue, we walk with pride. Fans by side, can't hide our vibe. Flags up high, crowd in sync. Roosters rule, we never blink. Eastern suburbs. Da, 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 da. Eastern suburbs. Da, 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 da. Red, white, and blue, we're flying high. Sydney Roosters reach the sky. Eastern suburbs. Da, 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 da. Roosters! Get up! Feel that pride! Grand on fire, glory set. Fighting with fire, no regrets. Yeah! Every tackle, every try. Hit hard.
Oh my god, man. Every time the thing falls off. Every time this thing falls off. Just as it come to air. As it come to air. If I can't fix it, I'll just have to hold it. But bear with me, lads. This is a great start of the night, isn't it? It literally just fell off. So if I just rotate that for a bit and hold in place. All right. See? Magic. All right. So I do apologize for the unscripted start, but what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to the Sydney Roosters Diehards. Hainsey here, delivering your latest Roosters news and opinions on the day it was. Hope you guys are well. Thank you for tuning in on this Thursday afternoon, evening, wherever you may be. Great to have you here. Hope you guys enjoyed the content so far. Make sure you like that button and subscribe to the Roosters Diehards, and also give us an Instagram follow as well to grow the page and the content as well. A little things to talk about today, and we'll get into the live chat very, very shortly, but thank you for tuning in. Got our regulars in here, Jason Reader. Great to have you, my friend. King of Farista, cannot wait for Magic Round, and Chook's making the top 4 next season. Well, I'm very optimistic, and I really like it as well. I hope so too. So thank you for tuning in, my friend, as per usual. Right, so the big talking point from today, there's 2 talking points I'm going to discuss before. So I won't take too much of your time, around about the half-hour mark this evening. Starting off with, obviously, which I knew about last night, but I did post it last night, but obviously got revealed this morning, that the Sydney Roosters will take on the North Queensland Cowboys at Magic Round on the, I think it's round 11, on the dates as I predicted during the week, since yesterday, I should say, on the 16th of May at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. The second game of Magic Round on the Saturday. So just to repeat ourselves, Roosters taking on the Cowboys Saturday the 16th of May, kick-off at 5:30 p.m. at Suncorp Stadium at Magic Round in round 11. Obviously, I did put that post up for you guys last night because from what I've heard over the last 24 hours, ever since the draw, I'll say 12 hours, ever since the draw was announced this morning, airfares and accommodation at Magic Round in Brisbane that weekend is through the roof. So that's why I wanted to post it out there as quickly as I could last night, so you guys had that split-second opportunity to book tickets for Magic Round and get up here, and not for the game, but like accommodation and sort your flights out as early as possible. And I hope I've been able to help with you guys by posting that on the Instagram and on my broadcast channel last night. So if you did, great. If not, there's still a little bit of time left to get it before it starts to go absolutely through the roof. But I did the best I can for you guys. But let's have a little bit of discussion from the full Magic Round draw. I'll get it up for you guys. If you guys are interested, obviously an announcement that when the Roosters are playing, but I will also. All right, there it is. Where is it? NRL. All right, Magic Round draw. Starting off on the Friday, Sharks Bulldogs, followed by Rabbitohs Dolphins on the Friday, 8 o'clock. Saturday, Tigers and Manly, followed by our game between the Roosters and the Cowboys. Following up the main game on the Saturday is the Eels taking on the Melbourne Storm. And then on Sunday, 2 o'clock, the Poo Slinger. No one really cares about this fixture, let's be honest with you. The Titans taking on the Newcastle Knights, Sunday at the 2 o'clock slot. The main game on Sunday, 4 o'clock, Warriors and the Broncos. That should be a cracker. Followed up to finish off with the Panthers hosting the Dragons. Well, not hosting, but yeah, Panthers and the Dragons to conclude Magic Round in 2026. Kicking off on the Friday, 15th of May to the 17th of May, with obviously the Women's Origin kicking off the night before on the 14th of May on the Thursday night. Look, straight off the bat, I will be honest with you guys that I'm not a big fan of the fact that we're playing the Cowboys now for a third time at Magic Round. We've already been there, done that. We played them in 2021, and then we played them again in 2023. It just seems lazy. I know AI did the draw, but it seems a little lazy from the AI and NRL AI. I'm calling that the NRL AI. They announced, so I believe that South Panthers, South and the Dolphins is the round one fixture, as well as Magic Round, and same thing for Para and Melbourne. They're both round one fixtures that are playing at Magic Round. Seemed a little bit lazy, a little bit easy to do if you've made the draw. I know the NRL draw is hard to do, but but the fact that the Roosters and the Cowboys are playing each other again for the third time at Magic Round, it just seems, surely we can, out of the 16 teams we could have faced, surely we could have come up with something better than the Cowboys. And that's no disrespect to the Cowboys. It's just that, and both those games were good. The first game was a good game. The second one was ruined by a stupid thunderstorm that rolled through 10 minutes before our game. But the Cowboys did win that game. So obviously one each between us at Magic Round. But I still think that we could have done, we could, as much, like I said, I don't have any issue playing the Cowboys. It's got nothing against the Cowboys. It's just we already played them twice. I'd love to see it change up a little bit. We played the Dolphins last year, new team at Magic Round that we've faced. It was a good game, and it was a high-scoring game. The Roosters get the chocolates there. And then the year before, a great game against the Sharks. We did come up short in that game, but it was a great clash. The Cowboys game, sure, 23 wasn't the best game. The game against Parramatta was also a great game. It was iconic, the Suoliti mid-air leap, the Sam Walker chip and chase, Moses show and go. That game against Parramatta was also a great clash. Our clash against the Cowboys in 21 was also good. But then also the Canberra game in 2019, in our first game in Magic Round, we played Canberra. We beat them in a high-scoring clash, and I don't think a lot of people would have predicted that to be the grand final that year. So we've had some good clashes at Magic Round, but the Cowboys again for the third time, like I said, there should have been, you couldn't think of any other team to play that we've never played before. That would have been good, iconic, but no, we don't play. We play the Cowboys again. So that's what my biggest issue from the draw itself at Magic Round is, that the fact that we're playing the Cowboys for a third time at Magic Round, while, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And the fact as well, a lot of Roosters fans, when I posted that, were a little bit upset that it's another home game. Look, as much as it is as frustrating as it is, the Roosters are contracted to 10 games at Allianz a season. We're contracted to 10 games at Allianz. So meaning out of the 12 home games a season, 10 of them at Allianz at a traditional home ground. One's in Gosford, one's in Brisbane for Magic Round. It's a tough end of the stick, and I have said this since the start of Magic Round that Broncos and the Dolphins should not be having an away game at Suncorp. I don't think it's fair. If you look at the draw itself, yes, and the NRL draw is expected to come out tomorrow, so we'll be on as soon as possible. Not instantly live as I planned, but I'm not going to be home till like 2:30 tomorrow my time. So around that 3:30, 4 o'clock mark tomorrow afternoon, we'll be on straight here discussing the draw a little bit further with you guys as our daily recap for Friday. But you're never going to get the draw fair because you play 27 games. There's 17 teams in the competition. The only way to make it work is that you play everyone twice in a 32-round competition or a 16-round competition. And no one wants 32 rounds because people complain after 27 rounds, but 16 maybe not enough. So you're not going to get the balance right, meaning it's not going to be fair draw. But what makes it worse is that when you see every year the Broncos get an away game at Magic Round, meaning that the Broncos get 14 games at Suncorp a season, while the Roosters at Allianz only get 10. They get 4 extra games at their home ground each year. Like, how does that fare? How is that fair? And then sure, you've got like Tigers and the Dragons that split their home games, that's their choice. But unfortunately for us Roosters fans, we only get 10 at Allianz. I think we play like, unless it's a split ground like the Tigers and St. George with their merged clubs, out of all the teams that play every single game, out of every single home that basically have one home game, like one home ground, we play 10. I guarantee you, Cowboys, they play 12. Melbourne play 12. South, they're going to move games away. Dogs, I think they play 12 at a core. Sharks, they're moving one to, I think they only got 10 next. I think they got 10 as well. So you got some clubs that get 10, while you got Broncos that get 14 at Suncorp. Like, what? Like, they've got to fix that. They've got to fix the Broncos. They've got to be the home team, same as the Dolphins. So meaning they get 13 instead of 14, while other clubs like us get 11. That would make sense. Not having the Broncos have 14 games at Suncorp and come out the draw tomorrow, they're going to have 14 there. They're going to have, when does the Broncos, why does everyone have like rep rounds and all that kind of stuff? Why are the Broncos excused of taking a game away from Suncorp? The Roosters got to take one to Gosford. I'm pretty sure the Panthers take one to both Mudgee and Bathurst. Like, all these, and then the Sharks going to take a game to Perth to promote the draw. But yet the Broncos, no. Well, no, we can't take 12, even though it's a big draw card. Yeah, we might get 40,000 there, but you're trying to make it fair for everyone. But the Broncos, for Magic Round, get an away fixture. An away fixture at Magic Round. The Dolphins are the same, but they don't play 14 games at Suncorp. They play 12 home. They get 12 home games, 14 games in Brisbane. It's the same vote, but obviously they play 10 at Suncorp, 2 in Redcliffe. But the Dolphins should be in the same vote as well. They should be not having a home game. And this is the part where you're not going to believe the words that are coming out of my mouth. I'm actually going to defend Souths here because we're in the same vote this year. The South Sydney Rabbitohs have to play the Dolphins twice at Suncorp. We did the same thing this year. We play the Dolphins at Magic Round as a home game, then we play the Dolphins as an away game this year. So I understand if South fans are absolutely disgusted by that, and I don't blame them. And this is like a rare thing where I'm going to agree with South in anything, but I do agree on this. This is a joke that South have to play the Dolphins twice in the same venue, like what we did last year. The Tigers did the same thing. It just seems easier to do that, right? As an NRL draw, it's like an easy way out. Okay, let's play them in Magic Round. Oh, they play again a couple of weeks later at the same venue. Like, it just does not make sense. It is not fair whatsoever. But let me know your thoughts about the Magic Round draw. Are you guys heading up to Magic Round? Obviously, I live up here, so it's easy for me. and as one of the benefits of living in Brisbane come Magic Round time, because I don't have to worry about flights and accommodation. Just hop in the car, hop in the train, head straight into Suncorp for enjoying the festival of footy. But I do want to hear your thoughts on this, guys, and hope to see you guys up there at Magic Round this year. It is ridiculous, Jake, and I agree with you. Like, again, probably not too much of an issue playing the Cowboys for a third time, but I just would have loved to see some more variety against another team that we haven't faced at Magic Round before. But again, like, I'm always, against the Cowboys. They're going to, it doesn't make too much of a difference whether they're the home team or the away team. They're obviously going to be heavily supported because obviously they're playing the Roosters and they're a Queensland-based team. But at the same time, we've got to give up a home game against the Queensland side. Just annoys me. But the thing is that the Titans get a home game at Magic Round. So how come the Titans have to be they're a home team? They're only an hour down the road, but all of a sudden the Broncos and the Dolphins are excused to that. That's what's triggering me. And I see a lot of fans today that's starting to realise the fact that people go, oh, but it's membership, rah, 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 rah. Well, okay, for example, yes, the Broncos are the most supported team in the comp. I get that. I 100% get that. I really do, right? But you got to also consider the fact that you're not the only team playing at Magic Round. There's 8 home teams. Sharks, Rabbitohs. Rabbitohs have got like 50,000 members, I think. I can't remember what their count is, 40,000 members, even though they don't show up to a core stadium. But anyway, Sharks, not too much of an issue. But my point is, though, we, like, as Roosters fans, like, as the club, we have 20,000 members. Even though we are missing out, even though it's not going to fill out Suncorp, right? But we obviously have 20,000 members, and obviously we're averaging 25,000 at Allianz. So you're locking out them, right, to sacrifice a crowd like that at Allianz while it's at Magic Round when it's a mutual venue kind of thing. While yet the Broncos, they don't have to worry about that. They don't have to worry about a game where they're the home team and memberships and all that kind of stuff, filling out the stadium and all that. It works for every other club. Parramatta have like 40,000 members. Melbourne have 35,000 members. They don't have this issue of allocating seats. It's just the Broncos. Oh, because they're the Brisbane team. Sure, but it's Magic Round. It's Magic Round. It shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter for every other club, but for the Broncos and the Dolphins, it matters. Like, give me a spell. Give me a spell. This is just ludicrous. That every year, and I know the Manly Broncos thing was a bit of a thing back in the day because of the contract between them and Suncorp. They secured a long-term agreement before Magic Round was invented. So I understand that. But like last year, Penrith were the home team. Like, it just doesn't seem fair. It doesn't seem fair that the Broncos get more games at their home venue than any other team in the competition. While we probably have, excluding the Tigers and the Dragons, because they're a merged club and they have 2 home grounds. Well, actually, the Tigers got like 5, but that's beside the point. But they look like a club of the Roosters who has 1 home ground like the Broncos. We only get 10. 10. They get 4 more games at Suncorp. They get 4 more games at their home venue than what we do. Like, that's my point. Like, they need to fix that. Next year, if the NRL, someone just show the NRL this, was like, next year the Broncos should be the home team at Magic Round, same as the Dolphins. The AFL do it. The AFL do it with Port Adelaide. That's their home. That's their home game, and it's during gather round. What's the difference? To make it work, maybe just go, how about we go for that game only kind of thing, allocate fans. I don't know. But I know it just seems easy to do it, to just make it an away team so everyone has every opportunity to get some tickets. But at the same time, you disadvantage the rest of the competition by doing that, by satisfying Broncos fans. and now the other fans. But at the end of the day, it's making money for the NRL. And I can guarantee you, if the Broncos were to give up a home game for Magic Round, they'll be like, well, we've got to allocate 35,000 fans at least for Broncos fans only to redeem their tickets. Then only 15,000 tickets to sell. Then the NRL misses out on money. That's why they do it. But why they do it at the same time, it makes it unfair when they get 14 games a season at their home venue. I know the other one is against the Dolphins. We can't help that. But to make it 13 for both of them, I think that seems better than having 14 while one team has 10. That's my point I'm trying to make here. So get your comments in. I want to hear your thoughts on that one, guys. That's my little rant about it, but I'm not happy about it, that the Broncos getting spoon-fed by the draw by having an away game at Suncorp again for their 7th straight year at Magic Round. It's just ridiculous. Ludicrous shenanigans. All right, let's send in the attention to the positive news. But yeah, to sum up that, though, I'm really excited for Magic Round. It's always a great vibe. If you haven't gone up the Magic Round yet, I suggest you guys do it. It is great fun. Such a great vibe the whole weekend. I did enjoy the fact that the Roosters played on the Friday last year because we got that nervous out of the way on the first night. On the Friday night, the Roosters played. We won. We enjoyed the rest of the weekend. There's been times where the year before against the Cowboys, we played on the Sunday. We were enjoying Magic Round, but there was also nerves come Sunday, and it ruined the weekend that we lost. So but I think you feel like to get out of the way. But Saturday, I can enjoy a bit of both kind of thing. So it's going to be an awesome weekend catching up with you guys and content creators and all that. It's going to be a fun weekend. So just confirming, Roosters Cowboys at Magic Round, going to be a good fixture. Obviously, might be the first time Reece Robson plays against his former side at Magic Round. That's going to be awesome as well. But yeah, so 16th of May, the Roosters taking on the Cowboys at Suncorp. 5:30 kickoff there for Magic Round. Right, let's turn into the big, more happier news about today. Is that Rob Toia has announced, or it's been leaked, been rumored that Rob Toia has re-signed with the Sydney Roosters till 2029. Absolutely love this signing as usual. Hey, we all love Bobby T. I just gotta what a year he had, in his debut season in the NRL. To be named NRL Rookie of the Year, nominated for Centre of the Year, debuted in Origin, won an Origin series for Queensland, debuted for Tonga. It was and made a finals appearance in his rookie season. What a year for Rob Toia. And the best part is for Roosters fans, he's 21 years of age. He's locked in for the next 3 seasons. He's going to get better. He's going to keep developing and getting better and better and better. And he's going to be one of the out-and-out pound-for-pound best centers in the game in the next year or two. I can guarantee it. We've got some great young talent in our side. And this premiership window might be closing, but it's going to, next year or the year after, but then it's going to reopen again very, very quickly. We're in a good state going forward, but locking down Bobby for a further 3 seasons, absolutely great news. Just a lot of people in this game have had high raps on Rob Toia since he came through. I remember he was playing for Nudgee College up there in Brisbane, and then the Roosters would fly him down on the weekend to play Harold Maseshi ball. So he's come through the Roosters ranks and had a tough blow of injury, but he just kept being resilient and kept working hard. Got his opportunity this year, and I got to be honest with you guys, this might be a controversial take for what I said at the start of the year. I remember in the trial game, he didn't have the best game, got absolutely rinsed by Bradman Best, and I had my concerns. It's like, is he ready? Defensively, is he ready to take on the big game? Well, I was proven wrong. And I'm so glad to say it. No, I knew that he was a good player and he had a lot of potential and a lot of talent, and I knew he was going to be a great player going forward, but I was like, is he ready? Have we jumped the gun kind of thing after a disappointing preseason game? I know it's preseason, but, he was up against one of the best centers in the game, granted in Bradman Best on his day, but, yeah, just, he built into the season, and obviously come round 1 this year when we played the Broncos. Yes, in a disappointing result for us that night, but the shining light was his try assist to Dom Young where, he stepped back off the foot, absolutely burnt Ben Hunt. He palmed off Tedesco, went the full length, drawing past the Dom Young to score the opening try of the season for the Roosters. And then ever since then, he's just kept getting better and better and better and better and better and becoming one of the best centers, defensive centers in the game. Like, I just remember as well, every time that he's gone up against Latrell, Stephen Crichton, everyone's got the headlines are like, oh, he's going to be absolutely destroyed by Latrell, by Stephen Crichton. He kept them quiet on every occasion. And come Origin, he was up against Latrell, and it's like, oh, this is Origin Latrell. No, and then Origin Latrell met Origin Rob Toia. Rob Toia absolutely gave him a bath, in game 3. Game 1 and 2, it was very, very evenly poised. I think Latrell got the better of him in game 1, but Toia did hold his own. Game 2, I reckon it was a bit of the same thing, but I think Toia just got his nose in front. In game 3, we didn't really see much of Latrell because Toia shut him down everywhere he went. So he had a great Origin series. Tonga did okay in that first game. Did get injured, though. So hopefully we get to see another crack of him for Tonga in the World Cup. Maybe an Australian jersey down the line. Maybe, but he's going to be obviously a kid of the star of the future along him and amongst others at the Roosters, but mainly Rob Toia, I reckon, needs to pick of the bunch as rookies that come through this year and held their own in first grade. And I think he's got a long career ahead of him. He's 21 years of age, mind you, so he's still got another 10, 15 years left in first grade, hopefully at the Sydney Roosters, and he could be, he could latch Latrell's reputation at the accolades at the Roosters. Same thing with Joey Manu. Like, he could surpass all of them by the time he's finished, and that's the best part. We're seeing this potential now. What's he going to be like in 4 or 5 years? That's the scary part, and that's why, the benefits of a season like this year where we got to announce these juniors, these kids who have, tasted first grade for the first time, and showed what they can do. They've had that exposure. They've had that taste of first grade now, and then they can elevate off the back of it. So I'm really, really excited for what we've got in store in 2026 with Rob Toia and those rookies that debut this year as well. So it's a great, like I said, I think I've sounded like a broken record the last week and a half about, kids that have re-signed, like, I think like for example, Blake Steep now and Rob Toia. So these guys that are coming through and re-signing and just saying like we're in a good position going forward, it's because of that, how well they played this year, and they can get to elevate their performances in the later stage of their career as well, under development of the Sydney Roosters as well. But yeah, I'm really so excited and so pleased that Rob Toia has committed to the Roosters going long term. So let me know your thoughts in the comments as well, lads. I'd love to hear your thoughts as usual. I might finish up on this, though. So I saw reports that the AFL have announced a the wild card round for the finals. And a lot of questions have been asked about the NRL. Was like, will the NRL do one with obviously the 17 teams in the competition into 18 teams? Look, the thing is, I don't think we really need to touch the final series at all. Like 8 teams. I think we've got the balance right. I remember, the McIntyre system and all that back in the day in the early 90s and 2000s. It was just a mess. Right up until 2012. It was a mess how the final system was run. And I'm sort of glad that it's no longer exists. That we had a nostalgia where we've had upsets galore, where we've seen the Warriors beat the Storm in week 1 of the finals. We've seen the Parramatta, after losing 38-0 the week before, come out and beat the Dragons in week 1 of the finals of the minor premiers. We've seen these upsets and all that, which is great and all that, but I think they've got the balance right with the final system. Maybe to make it a little bit more fairer, like 1v2, 3v4 kind of thing. Because, like, obviously there's a little bit of a gap between 5 and 8 in the final, same as 1 and 4. But apart from that, I think the final system is perfect. I don't think we really need to include a magic wild card round. Like, imagine this year where Manly have had an absolute awful season. Same thing with Dolphins, maybe. Yeah, maybe the Dolphins might have deserved a wild card finish, but not Manly. Manly finished 10th, and they were behind the 8 ball all season. They had good and bad performances, but there were some really, really bad performances in there. So what, we're going to reward Manly to play the Sharks, for example, 78 against Panthers in week 1 of the final and in the wild card round, just to include it and add more money into the game? No. I don't think so. I think like what we're doing with that though would be rewarding teams that would have a loss-win ratio get into the playoffs. I don't think they've earned that. The same thing as well with wildcard round. Look, I think it's more of a reaction to the fact that Panthers, when they rested everyone against the Bulldogs a couple of weeks out from the finals, like they qualified for the finals. They got every right to do so. So I don't know what the big deal was. Look, broadcast and all that weren't happy. I think Penrith fans would have been enjoying that. Look, like they lost, but like they got to see these, the future of the Panthers. And I thought they had a great, take your mind back to that night. The Bulldogs didn't play all their best, but they had to earn it though. It wasn't given to them that night. The Panthers came out to play and they played some good footy. The scoreline doesn't show how well the Panthers played, considering how they had like 17 out that night. I think Panthers fans would have been proud as punch to seeing that performance. Like, we've got some great kids going forward. I'm really excited for the future. And that's what the best part about the bye rounds are, and during Origin, because we got to see like a great victory this year when we played the Sharks in round 12 when we had all our Origin players out. The Roosters were under strength galore against a full strength Sharks team in Gosford. The Roosters won 42-16. You don't get that kind of nostalgia, a incredible win and confidence for those young kids there without the bye round, Origin affected bye rounds. But the same thing, these wildcard rounds, like maybe that's a solution to resting players. The whole competition stops apart from the top 6 goes through to week 2 of the finals, and then 7v10, 8v9. Sure, but again, at the same time though, we're rewarding teams who would have like a loss-win ratio get a spot into the playoffs when they haven't earned it. That's my counter argument to this potential idea of a wild card finals round in the first week of the finals. So I'm keen to hear your thoughts. Jake says that's what they do in basketball, keep it away from the league. Yeah, exactly. 8 teams is enough for finals, in my opinion. Will there be a top 8 when there's 20 teams? See, that would make more sense. If there's a 20-team competition, it's the half the competition like it is now go through. But now when it's like 17, 18 teams, we're going to reward more than half of the competition to play finals. And that's the case. Just play all the 18 teams and have it as a knockout like the Champions League kind of thing. So I think the balance is right. Less than half go through right now. 20 teams have it 10 as a wild card. Sure. But I'm very optimistic about that as well. All right, guys, that might just do us. Thank you for everyone who've tuned in so far. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the Sydney Roosters Diehards and chuck us a follow on the Instagram as well. We'll be back on tomorrow afternoon around 4 p.m. to react to the full NRL draw that will be released tomorrow at 10 a.m. in Sydney. Obviously, I'm at work, so I can't have the day off, unfortunately. I wish I could, but can't. So as soon as I get home from my work commitments, I'll be right on here discussing the NRL draw with you guys and give you my thoughts. I'm going to hear your thoughts on it as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Get out of here, and I'll see you in the next one. Till then, goodbye for now. Up the Shooks. We'll see you guys tomorrow.